In this video, we're going to be using Grecian Horse by Ariana and Evans and the Feather SS. Stay tuned. Hey there, folks, and welcome back for another video, or if it's your first time, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, CDB. I hope you will subscribe below and like if you enjoy the video. Today, as mentioned previously, we're going to be using Ariana and Evans Grecian Horse, which is in the new Kaizen base, which is absolutely terrific. I really like the scent on this. At first whiff, this reminds me of some sort of a nice cologne. To me, it has a cologne sort of vibe to it. I get vanilla, bergamot, lavender, amber. Let me put the notes right there for you so you can see how it's described by Ariana and Evans. I really like the scent. I find the scent strength to be about 5.5, slightly over medium. This is a really good scent for me, so I'm excited to try this soap out today. I know the base is a home run. This is a high quality soap. It has some great ingredients. It has the type of ingredients that I like to consider: the super blue emu, the unicorn milk, the dragon tallow, the chupacabra oils. Then that is to say, goat's milk, shea butter, kokum butter, things like that, I think result in a really creamy lather. And you probably can't see it in the brush, but this produces a creamy lather. I'll show you a shot right there after I whipped it up in the bowl. Holds water well, very creamy lather. This base has been much talked about, and deservingly so, in my view. We're also going to be using a Feather SS today because we haven't used the Shavette for a while, and we'll see if we're on our toes. Those Shavettes will really keep you on your toes. So a little bit about the cost of this soap. If you're a member of the club, it comes in at under $5 an ounce, which for a soap of this quality is not a bad price. As I mentioned before, I'll put the cost scale up there. I'm going to adjust that cost scale because prices have just gone up. Although I will say, Sneaky Pete has really worked hard to keep his prices in line and not too high, and still under that $5 an ounce mark, which I really appreciate. By the way, we're going to be removing 24 hours of growth today, which you can see there. I'm a shaver. I shave every day. And honestly, I always had, I joined the military when I was young, and then I was in law enforcement and corrections. And so I always had jobs where I had to shave daily. And so it just became something I did. And of course, at the time, I didn't really know how to shave well, but now that I do know how to shave well, you can bet I'm going to take advantage of it because it's fun, So let's get some of this soap going here. I saw the Chiefs video on, I can't remember the name, but one of the new Ariana and Evans releases, and he did not care for the scent. And I'll be using that one as well, but that one's going to be a giveaway for me as well. This one, I really like the scent. I think it's a fantastic scent. I think it's a vanilla forward, in my view, but it comes across rather nicely, and I really like it. It comes across just, to me, elegant, nice, terrific scent, and the soap quality, there's just no question. I am a tester for Sneaky Pete, and his skills in soap has just grown so much. And recently, I want to mention this, because I've been busting his chops, recently. He is my friend, but look, folks, if you're in the business of making content, and I don't mean like financial business, I just mean if you make content and you're talking about products and vendors, you got to call it like you see it, and you got to set your friendships aside. And I am 100% positive, although Pete has not told me this, that I have gotten on his nerves talking about both the cost of his shipping and the speed of shipping. But they closed over the Independence Day holiday. They made some adjustments both to shipping costs and speed. This arrived in under a week, in about 5 days. And considering that I ordered it on a Saturday night, not bad, because 2 of those days were weekends. And the price of shipping, I will report, was quite good. So he's made some adjustments there. He's hopefully you're going to have the same experience, but I had a great experience with this on shipping. And I've been complaining about that because, again, I feel like it's my obligation to call it like I see it. And so this soap came quickly. I love the soap. The base is great. The two things that I would offer to Pete as constructive criticism: one, I would love to see the base written on this soap so people know they're getting Kaizen. Two, There's nowhere on here that it says 4 ounces. And I don't think it said it on the website at the time. I'm assuming this is 4 ounces, but I would add those two things to the labeling, and I think then you're going to be right on time. The soap quality is going to be great. I'm 100% sure. And we're going to see if we're on our game today with this Shavette. You must be on your game because these blades are sharp and they'll cut you quite quick. I have the worst cuts I've ever gotten have been from Shavettes. So we're going to have an easy touch today, or try to. And we're going to try our best not to make any memory lines. That blade's very, very nice. Super sharp. I find that when you're using a Shavette, the most dangerous time in terms of potentially cutting yourself is when you're putting the blade to your face. So I like to try to come in at least a little bit shallow and then turn my blade to the cutting angle. So far, it's feeling pretty good. It's cutting well. The soap quality, honestly, I'm not one of these people that carry on about bases. This base is the best of all time. And, you know, I'm not attracted to the base talk. But having said that, this is absolutely, without question, one of the best quality soaps on the market. There's no doubt in my mind. And you know me, I try almost everything. And this soap is the real deal. You're going to be hard pressed to find a better soap at the price. And if you join the club, which I recommend if you're going to be purchasing a lot of Pete's products, it comes to you at a very decent price. And so in a time where prices are increasing, Pete is working to keep them reasonable. And he's even said that in the video. I could charge more, but I don't want to because I want to keep it reasonable. I want more people to be able to try my stuff. And so that's one of the things I want to put out there for other soap makers. Maybe consider that if your prices get too high, some people aren't going to be able to afford it, or at least they're not going to be able to try more than one every now and then. And keeping those prices in check might enable you to do some additional volume, and maybe you can sell some other products too, like somebody will buy a soap and an aftershave instead of just a soap. Now, I believe I looked this morning and these were sold out. I'm going to buy the Splash with this. I don't always buy the Splash on the first run because I don't know if I'm going to like the scent. But another good thing I want to say about Pete is he is continuing to make products. Like, he doesn't just drop it and run. Now, it's going to take a while. But you will eventually, if you're interested in most of Pete's soaps, you can eventually get a shot at buying them, especially if you're in the... Did I cut myself? No, I don't think so. I think that's just lather. But anyway, if you're in the nice United States, at least it's going to be pretty easy. You just have to wait until he releases them. If you're in the club, you have the opportunity to buy them earlier and at a cheaper price. One more thing I want to address about Pete, because this is not a video where I just intend to drone on about how great Pete is day and night. Because as I've said before, I'm not shy about also, criticizing constructively. But in one of the videos I saw someone talking about the fact that someone was saying that Pete, the reason that so many people were using his products was because he was padding everybody up with gear, like YouTubers. And I want to speak to that. I am a tester for Pete. I've been testing for Pete for, 4 or 5 years, however long he's been doing it. And every now and then he sends a test product. It's usually not the production version. And sometimes we give feedback on video. He did not send me a full set of Kaizen. He sent me a tester of the soap, which wasn't even a full soap. It had a label on it, and it said Kaizen. It had the production label, but the version I have is not even the production version. It's just a tester. And so I want to put to bed these rumors that Pete created all this buzz from giving away a bunch of free stuff. Because all I received was a tester of the Kaizen soap, and I've bought everything since then. And so, no, I didn't get a full set of Kaizen. I didn't get the aftershave, so on and so forth. So I want to put that to bed because That is not accurate in my view. Based on my experience with Pete, he'll send something once in a while, like a new skin serum or, but usually it is a test version and not the production version. And while he will allow us sometimes to talk about it on video, sometimes he does not, and he asks for private feedback. I have not been getting full sets of Pete's gear, nor did I get this, what I'm buying today. Any of the Pete stuff that I'm buying today, I bought. So I just want to be clear about that. This is slick stuff. The quality, first rate. Really nice shave here. This blade's feeling pretty good. I think learning to shave with straights has enabled me to be a little more confident with the Shavette, and so it's feeling better. Now the stallion hates these Shavettes. He doesn't want them anywhere near his face, but you do have to be careful because they will bite, because these blades are quite thin. And although the blade I'm using today is a guard, it's not quite as thin. It's a little more mild than the other blades, but it will still get you, and has gotten me in the past. Man, this soap is slick. I'm telling you right now, the Kaizen lives up to the hype. There is hype around it, but it lives up to it. It is an outstanding, top rate, one of the best, if not the best. And I don't, you know me, I'm not one of these people that carry on about base, because there's many good products, but this one is a standout. There's no question. And now with his tweaks that he's made to fulfillment, if he continues improving, I think, boy, he's going to be hard to compete with. Right now, again, this is sold out because I was going to buy the Splash, but it's sold out. But he's still making it, so I just like that he's not just making a drop. That's it. I'm selling 100 and walking away. I don't really care for that. That's me. And so I'm going to support people like Pete who continue to make products until the customers are satisfied. And if you don't like the fact that, some artisans don't do that, then spend your money with the folks who do. But if you like the limited releases and all, then that's okay too. Spend your money there. It's all up to you. Okay, now I want to mention a couple of guys. I want to mention Marcos El Chingon. He recently did a couple of videos, and he said he was stepping away from making YouTube videos. And I talked to him a little bit the other day, and he didn't really get into detail, but he did reference the fact that, some people not helping out others and it not being a brotherhood. And he sort of hinted at some sort of elitism over gear. And I do want to speak to that. If there are people cracking on other people's gear because they can't afford the most expensive stuff, I condemn that in the strongest terms. This is a hobby where I think everyone should be able to participate. And just because you're not using a top flight product in the eyes of some doesn't mean you can't participate, and doesn't mean you shouldn't participate. Your participation is valuable in my view. And I don't care if you use an Arco, Williams, or Ariana and Evans. And so, Marcos, what I want to say to you is I appreciate your videos. I appreciate your contribution and your positive attitude. And if you want to step away, then I, of course, respect your decision. But don't do it because people are pushing you out with negativity. Combat that negativity with positivity. That's the way I see it. Let's just come back and enjoy this and support each other. Now, I understand that also sometimes guys get bummed out about subs and counts of views. And I'm not saying that as Marcos, but I do know that's happening right now. And I've heard some guys talking about, it's just I'm not getting the following I would like. And so it doesn't feel fulfilling. And if that's your reason, not Marcos, again, I'm speaking to other people now. If that's your reason for quitting, then I respect your reason. You're not getting out of it what you think you deserve. And I totally get it. But I want to be clear about one thing, and the chief referenced this in his video where he used the Revolution soap from A&E. I've been doing this a long time. And I've done a ton of videos, and I've spent a lot of time. And he pointed out, and he wasn't cracking on me, that, you know, I have one channel with 8,000 and one with 4,000 something. And so I've been doing it longer than people who have very many more subscribers, sometimes 4 times as much. And he pointed out that if I was just doing it for that reason, I would have quit a long time ago, essentially. And he's right. I don't do it for that reason. Now, I appreciate each and every one of you, and every one of you that subscribes means something to me. And so I really enjoy the growth. But primarily, the reason I do this is because I enjoy this process right now, the actual act of shaving, the actual act of sharing it with you, and talking to you wonderful people and sharing my experience with you, because I want you to do this. I want you to be successful at this. And so my channel will never be the biggest, but I'm always going to enjoy it. I'm always going to enjoy it. Right now, since I've been straight razor shaving, the growth is about half of what it was when I was doing more DEs, but I'm doing this for enjoyment, primarily, with growth and other things being goals that are well to the rear. And so please keep that in mind. Do it primarily because you enjoy it, and do it because you enjoy sharing your experience and advocating primarily. You can certainly have other goals, and I do as well. But the amount of videos I have relative to the views and subs, it's not particularly impressive. I've put in a lot of work, and yet I'm not at the top of the pack or even near it, really. And that's okay with me, because I enjoy sharing this with you. And I can't emphasize that enough. So the guys who are getting bummed out about subs and numbers, find enjoyment in making the video, and then see if people don't enjoy it with you. You know, I think if you're enjoying it, they will enjoy it. And if you just try to enjoy sharing your experience, I think other people are going to enjoy it too. This has been a pretty doggone good shave. Very smooth. Very nice. Wow. Final guy I want to mention today is, while I'm sort of cleaning up here, is Marion the Barbarian, because he did a Barbas shave. And if you guys don't understand that, the Barbas gentleman usually comments on a lot of our videos, and he'll say, "Hey, big dude, try Barbas." And he's pretty aggressive about it. And so I told Marion, I said, we should do a big dude Barbas tag video. So if you get tagged in that video, that's what it is. So we're going to enjoy the Barbas and have fun with it. And so I hope you'll have fun too. And I will link Marion's video below. Okay, that was an excellent shave. Stay tuned. I'll rinse and come back and get into the post. All right. We are back with our Lancaster towel, which is just an absolute moisture magnet. I think this will be going up a drop soon, probably this coming weekend. So follow me, my social media accounts below, and when I see it's announced, I will put it up. By the way, off cam, I used the PAA alum with the dry dock, which was sent to me by Douglas to try out. And so the concept here is you use the alum, you don't really have to wipe it down and all that stuff. I'm just putting it directly in the dock, because that dock is made of a material that should breathe, and it should prevent this from getting all crusty and breaking down. So we're going to keep using it and try it and see if it actually breaks down. So far, it has been working well. So I'll put a link below if you are interested. So let's get on with our magic made by witches. I'll put a link to these bottles below too if you're interested. Some people have asked, and so I'll try to put links to these things, including the Artist Club razor, which I'll show you again. That was actually quite a good Shavette shave, probably my best one ever. And I think it's because I've been straight razor shaving now for a couple of months. Now this no longer feels menacing or threatening to me. It used to. So Dave Card and Diamond Dave and the Swedish Three, who those guys love to use Shavettes. This felt really smooth today. And it's because of you guys that I'm using this, because I see you using them all the time, and I figure, let's pull it out and see how I do. And before this used to be very scary, not anymore. So I'm super happy with that. We use the Ariana and Evans Grecian Horse. 2 thumbs up. Absolutely phenomenal soap. One of the best soaps on the market quality-wise, without a doubt. We also use the Ariana and Evans brush, which is one of my favorites. This stuff is great. I highly recommend you check out the Shaving Shop Club if you would like. We're going to finish off with tobacco oud. Why? Because Peter Charkalis loves tobacco notes, and he puts tobacco in almost everything. And while this does not match the soap, there is tobacco in it, and it is a really nice scent. I don't know if he has these anymore, but maybe Pete, maybe if you have the opportunity to make this in Kaizen and re-release these aftershaves, if you don't have them, these are great. If you like tobacco scents, some of the better ones, these are my favorite tobacco scents. He's got one called Tobacco Nuit, and this one is Tobacco Oud. Outstanding, in my view. Okay, thanks everybody for watching. I'm so happy that you joined me. Until next time, I want to remind you, IAMCDB, and it's your shave, do it your way, and as always, God bless.